How y'all doing this week? This is Charlie. Coming here this week with another message. This has been really some cool energy coming in, and I really want everybody to understand that we're all doing it our own way. We're all figuring it out our own self, and it's all good. It's all beautiful. There's nothing being done to us. We're all expanding as an individual, but we have to start with ourselves. I know this week has helped me understand a lot more about myself. I realize why things have happened in my life up to this point, what they have helped me understand about myself, the benefits they brought to it. Everything's a benefit anyways. We just believe they're not a benefit. Is realizing that every situation we allow ourselves to be in this lifetime, past lifetimes, is helping our soul evolution. And it's such an awesome fucking journey that we're on right now. I mean, where else would you want to be right now? And I know a lot of people might look at that and say, hey, you know what, I'd rather be somewhere else because this is no fun. But realizing that sometimes these emotions that we're feeling, they're all are nothing but our guidance system. And our guidance system, I love and appreciate this body, this physical body. The universe is encouraging me to talk about more about how we truly talk to our body. And we talk to our body through emotions, feelings that we ask our body, what is our body trying to tell us by this situation that it's allowing it to happen to it, like physical conditions. If your body's paralyzed on the left side, maybe you're saying you're not allowing the universe to give you enough because you feel like you have to give so much out. And then when things affect our right side of our body, a lot of times we're giving more than we're allowed to receive. And when you realize it's all connected, our body loves us enough to talk to. Our body is a receiver of energy. And our body is a representation of what we're feeling of ourselves on the inside. But anyways, and remember, you're never doing anything wrong. And also on this channel, if you're led to this channel, you're led here for a reason. There's no accidents in this universe. And remember, anything you hear on this channel, if it doesn't resonate with you, it's all good, because it's important that you listen to your guidance system. Listen to your heart space. If it doesn't say this isn't right for you, then maybe this is not the right message for you. But guess what? It's still all good. I promise you. I love and appreciate every one of you. You're so awesome. You are so beautiful. You're so magical. But anyways, I just want you to know you're never doing anything wrong. You're just learning. We are just learning as a collective. And I have such great love and respect for each individual for just being who you are. Anyway, let's see who's going to come through today. And before I go, Eric, I'll make sure they said they're going to make sure they ask questions before we try to close up shop. So be loud with your questions when you ask them. We are the Arcturians. We are so happy to be here with you today. Such good energy coming into this planet Gaia. You're so amazing and beautiful. We have nothing but love and compassion for each and every one of you. The energy that's coming in now, on our last channel we talked about releasing the old and embracing the new. This energy is helping us understand as an individual, spark what is truly benefiting you as that individual, spark of creation, and what is not benefiting you anymore as an individual and as a collective. When you take the time to look within, and we've talked about that through meditation, through nature, fun, pleasure, all aspects that brings joy to your heart and helps you be in the moment, to be in the present, to be in the now. When you realize the now is where you always are at, even if you are allowing your mind, ego, whatever perspective you want to put on it, to keep you from recognizing who you truly are as a unique expression of the Creator, the universe, God, whatever word you feel is appropriate for you. Because that's what makes this learning school that we are truly in so magical. When we learn that we can be our true, unique self, no matter what is going on around us, the power that you embrace is magnificent. But embrace that with love and compassion, gratitude, appreciation. When you have experiences happen in your life, start by asking, how is this experience benefiting me as an individual? What is it bringing to me and my journey, to who I am, And when you truly ask, open yourself up for the answers. Don't make it complicated. Open up by how it feels to you, as you being that unique expression. And what's right for you is not always right for the other expression. And allow it to be your own unique expression. This is a time where it's so important for you as your individual and as the collective to truly embrace and open yourself up to the light that you truly are. Let your light shine by not doing, by being. And when you understand what being truly is, to be able to sit with yourself, have fun with yourself, experience all these different aspects around you without allowing you to affect your vibration, your I am presence. You're so unique. Allow yourself to be that unique individual and invite what you truly desire, truly open yourself up for everything that you have put in your vortex. Because when you realize there's so much in there for each and every one of you. You have been putting this in there for lifetimes after lifetimes, but we're going to stick with this lifetime. You have been putting so many things since you were a small, and as you grow up and experience certain things, a lot of the things you have desired because of programmings that you have allowed yourself to take on. You allowed yourself to take on. You take these programs on. This is who I am. This is who I am. Your body says, okay, this is who I am. So your environment around you, the illusion says, okay, just show him this is who he is or who she is. The I am, this is who they are. And we're going to keep showing you this until you realize I am more. I am more. I am opening myself up to be more, to step into my power, to step into my beauty, to step into my adventure. Because this adventure is so magical to watch. As a collective, as we watch you and watch your struggles, we think you're so cute, beautiful. When you look at a child and you watch that child open themselves up to new experiences and they learn to walk, they learn to taste this food for the first time, and you watch their little faces light up, or you watch them hold their head up in a way that they haven't held their head up before, and you realize they're learning through their experiences. That's exactly what you are doing. Just because this body that you're in may be whatever year you want to put on it, because that's an illusion too, and your body will not disappoint you, believe it. Charlie says he's youthin', and he is youthin'. And you all can youthin' if you choose to, because that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that another time. But remember, your experiences are helping you understand that the only restrictions that you put on you are totally allowing these restrictions to put on you. And we're not going to say one's right or wrong, one's more important, but any restrictions you put on yourself blocks your expansion. Blocks your expansion as an individual. And it blocks your desires from coming in. That's why we have been encouraging you to embrace your unique individual aspect of the Creator, the universe, God, whatever word feels right to you. Because when you truly are understanding that you're learning to trust whatever feels right to your unique expression of the Creator, of the universe, because you are a spark of the Creator. So embrace your journey with your uniqueness. We've been really encouraging you to take on your uniqueness. And also remember, you are learning and understanding. And be brave enough to embrace it. Embrace it. And release by feeling these feelings that you have suppressed for so long. They are not for your higher good anymore to hold on to these expressions, but it's up to you as that unique expression to release them by feeling them, appreciating them, loving them, because they are bringing the wisdom to you to truly who you are. Feel the energy of this and allow it to flow in. And the more you release the energy that does not, the energy that does not benefit you anymore, you open yourself up to receive the energy that will that will help you expand as the individual and as the collective. But be your unique individual spark of the universe. You are you're so beautiful to watch. Find that beauty in you as that unique expression. And remember, you have so much support around you. Call on us. We are here. We are here. And open yourself up to receive us. Because we're all in this together, whether we're in the physical or the non-physical. No matter what level of dimension we are on, we are in this together. We have such love and appreciation for each and every spark of you. Now, Eric, if you have a question, we're open to the question.
Thank you. And how do people undo all the programming? You said, if they believe that they're poor, they can't get any better, how do they shift out of that?
By asking if you feel poor. Ask yourself, what is the feeling of being poor helping me understand? And open yourself up for the answer. Because nothing is ever being done to you. It is being done for you. But as you understand who you are and your experiences, understand they're all bringing that understanding of what that experience is bringing to your soul as its journey. But as soon as you understand that nothing is being done to you, is being done for you, it opens yourself up more to receiving the message. Because when you feel like something is being done to you, that's such a different vibration than when you feel like something is being done for you. Because the lower vibrations, anger, guilt, not feeling worthy, not feeling deserving, these energies, as you take these energies on and believe this is your reality, it lowers your vibrations, so it blocks your perspective of seeing how this is being done for you instead of being done to you. So allow yourself to realize this is a lesson. And the lesson is a blessing, but if you embrace the lesson, I promise you this, the magic will come in ways that will catch you off guard, and that's why they're called unexpected blessings.
And if you don't mind being vulnerable, how has not having so much money benefited you? What are you learning from this?
Are you talking about as Charlie?
Yes.
As Charlie. Charlie has learned that by putting his value on how much money he has, it's helped him understand that his value is not on the money in his hand, it's on the love that he expresses. He has no idea the seeds that he has truly planted through love and compassion, because he expresses this a lot by, he loves to hug, because he believes, he knows how he allowed himself to not feel huggable. And now he understands that we're all in this together, and he's embracing. He hugs everybody because it's a way of him to express his gratitude for them being in front of him and realizing that there's no accidents. When that other individual comes in front of you, you're teaching each other. Sometimes it's in ways that you're not understanding. It's through your higher selves are teaching each other. But as you become more conscious, you realize that every experience and every individual that's brought into your life is helping you understand something about yourself. And some are only there for a minute, second, smile, whatever the deal is. Some are there for years. But once you understand what that person has brought to you, sometimes that's when your higher self says, well, we taught each other, now do we really want to be around each other because we want to be around each other? Or is it time for us to go explore somewhere else? And by believing that you have to have this amount of money to experience this, or believing that you have to have this amount of money to experience that, takes away from who your higher self is. Because when you truly understand that trust and faith comes to believe that everything is happening for your higher good, and when it comes to the money, it will come to you when you understand that it's not about money. It's about love. It's about love. And money is just a tool to help you express. But sometimes when you believe you're supposed to be doing something right now, your higher self realizes that will not benefit you at this moment. Doesn't mean it won't happen. It just means at this moment, where you're at right now vibrationally, doesn't line up with that. So it's helping you understand how to line up with it vibrationally to invite that in if it's for your higher good. And sometimes you allow to invite situations into your reality to help you understand that does not truly benefit you. It looked better on the outside than it did as you felt it. But that was you bringing understanding. So that was a great experience from our perspective as observing. And as you become more of an observer, you will see right through what's happening. So instead of having the knee jerk or freaking out, saying, why is this being done to me? Why this? Why that? You'll be saying, oh, thank you. Thank you for this experience. Thank you for what it's helping me understand about myself. Why would I want to be somewhere else? Why would I want to experience anything else but this? Thank you for the clarity that it brings. Thank you for the understanding. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for you allowing me to be in this moment, to experience it, to feel it, and realizing, will this benefit me? Will this not benefit me? And it's okay to be unique. And that's truly what you're learning as an individual and as a collective. Any other questions?
Thank you. Sometimes people get stuck in the same pattern and it feels like they're never going to be able to shift out of it. How is it that we can ask for help to have a sudden aha or grace of God moment to get shifted out of that?
As you become conscious of the pattern, you'll understand what that pattern is bringing to you. We're going to use a relationship as an example. Let's say when you're younger, or rephrase, don't like that word. When you're saying you're in an earlier experience, and let's say you're a guy and you meet a girl named Julie. Julie's great, all this, but Julie's still figuring out what Julie's wanting to do. Well, you feel like you have to do all these things to get Julie to pay you mind. Well, Julie that doesn't, she's doing her thing. She thinks she has to do all these things to get you to pay her mind, when you're realizing that your vibrations are lining up. And when you put yourself in a pattern, and we're going to use Julie, Alice, Joanne, Ruthetta, whatever word, realize that all these women have been brought into your life, and they're different, unique, but they all have the same pattern. They all treat you basically the same way. And you wonder why it didn't work with Julie, why it didn't work with Alice, why it didn't work with Ruthetta, whatever. Then you realize, I felt like I had to be a certain way to be with them. Instead of realizing that I could be me, or I am, and whether Julie or Joanne or Ruthetta line up with me, it doesn't matter. And because when you realize that the pattern that you believe that you're in, because once you become conscious of the pattern, you realize what that pattern is truly helping you understand. You're putting your happiness on how they felt about you, instead of realizing that happiness comes within. So if you didn't do a certain thing and they didn't give you that certain response, then you must have felt like you had to do something wrong. Instead of realizing maybe their energy was where they're at, my energy was right here, and it was all right if we didn't see it from the same perspective, because that's why we were drawn to each other anyways, to help us understand we're all a unique perspective. But we drove each other to help us understand we don't want to rely on them to feel good about ourselves. Just like they don't want to rely on us to feel good about ourselves. And the longer that we tried to stay with them to feel good about ourselves, the more separate we felt, and wonder why we felt lonely. That was our higher self says, you're putting your happiness in what they think about you. What about what you think about you? I ain't got time for that because she's upset at me because I didn't take the trash out. And you make these little things such a big thing. When you become conscious, you realize, she's angry for me not taking out the trash, but so what? So what? Let her be angry. I still love her. I still think she's awesome. And then as time goes on, you'll realize, does Julie fit my life? And Julie asks, does Charlie fit my life? And then you'll say, you know what, our vibrations are different. She cares about whether I take out the trash. I don't give a shit whether I take out the trash. Not that I want the trash to pile up, but I'll take it out when I feel inspired to take out the trash. The trash was only half full to me. In her eyes, it was full because I didn't take it. It's been there for 2 days. But we only been putting paper in it. But in her perspective, there was some food in there, and it must have had to stink. But really, when it matters, as you as Charlie, as you as Julie, who gives a rat's butt whether who feels right about what? It's whether do you really want to be around here and explore together? Are your vibrations line up to enough to where we want to explore this journey together? Instead of like, well, I'm not doing this right, or she's saying he's not, and then you go to your friends, you complain, and then you wonder why you're getting what you're getting when you go home. Instead of going to your friends saying, gosh, I love this person because this person's helped me understand this about myself, and I love this person enough to let them go because they need to understand something about themselves, and it's bringing me understanding to myself as I am. Because their I am matters just as much as my I am. And when you realize that we're all here teaching each other and guiding each other in ways that we have not totally grasped as a human collective. It's not always what you can see, but if you go by what you feel, you're going to be way more in line with yourself than when you're not. So just remember that. It's not about who's right. And it's okay if your vibrations don't line up to where this one vibration's over here and this one vibration's over here, because you're still same part of the picture. If you didn't have the pieces over here, you still wouldn't have your picture. All the pieces matter, but not all the pieces are meant to touch each other. Any more questions?